Good evening. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Tuesday, and this is the 4th of March, 2025, and we're dealing with 5:45 p.m. Central Time. Now, remember, the president's going to be speaking tonight at 8 o'clock to Congress. It'll be televised on many broadcast channels. I think we're all going to want to watch it. The action today was stark as the tariffs hit last night and the markets dropped hard. You wouldn't know that by looking behind me at the big rally you're getting in the stock market now. But there is a reason for that, and let's go to that before we look at all this. U.S. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick said late this afternoon that he thinks President Trump will meet Mexico and Canada in the middle on their tariffs that was just put out today, and Canada countered. Mexico did nothing as early as tomorrow. So tariffs go on, Trump comes back. Maybe, we don't know. I was surprised, and I want to say I'm eating crow. I didn't think any tariffs of that size that he put on Mexico should have happened. I think they should have been rewarded for all that they've done. Maybe tariffs to keep the fentanyl pressure on, small ones, whatever. It didn't work that way today. We'll see if the rewards are coming tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to get the Mortgage Bankers Association update at 6 in the morning. S&P Global is going to come out with their final February service sector PMI, and the word is final at 8:45. It doesn't have the impact, the same one as the prelim. The ISM will come out with their February service sector index at 9, and factory order data will be coming out at 9 as well. And then, of course, we'll get the EIA oil stockpile numbers. But you saw today massive hits in the market. Certainly agriculture got hit very hard in the grain markets. We saw the stock market plunge. I mean, you were down 800 points in the Dow. Tonight you're getting your rallies back. Was this a one-off situation? I trust nothing. You shouldn't either. We just don't know. Energy prices, you're down near what, $67.80 now in crude oil in the U.S., $71 in Brent. You have more oil coming at you in April from OPEC. I mean, these are all good things. The reason you rallied so much in natural gas is we get a certain amount of natural gas from Canada, and that had a 10% tariff put on it, so we saw that take off to the upside. But barring that, the markets were mostly, as you can see, coming down. Now, early on this morning, when you were looking at the 10-year notes, you do know it was down around 4.1 and a fraction, 4.2. It came back up late in the day, and tonight it's probably gaining a little bit more, as now the market is saying, well, the yields went down because of fear of that the U.S. could be pushed into a recession by Trump. Now we're getting tonight the opposite. Another event that has happened is it sounds as though as early as tonight, President Trump is going to say the deal with Ukraine for their minerals is now either back on or done. I don't know which one of the two, but we're hearing that also in the press. So everything's moving very, very fast as President Trump wants it. Understand the game. You're not in your game. You're in his game. And his game is ruling the world. Even today, Russia came to the table and said they want to get involved and broker a deal between the U.S. and Iran in some manner on nuclear weapons. Okay, interesting point. Then we looked at the dollar, got smashed. I have to tell you, remember the dollar report I did 2 weeks ago? It's pretty much on the money if you want to take what I was saying there. We will see what's going on through here. In the euro, back up to the 106 level. The pound got a big rally into the 200-day average, but I'll go through all that when we hit our financial updates. So if we could right now, why don't we take a look and go right to the chart action and see what we've got elsewhere. In the gold, the market is still near its highs. Can't get away from that on a closing basis on a weekly chart. However, when you step over here, you had a good rally today, and where that rally went, it did not take out the downtrend. You have lower highs, lower lows. Today's rally did not take out this high. In addition, I told you last night that I thought the pros would sell into the 18-day average of closes, which I think they did with stops over that high. And I said, it's too big a risk. It's a $2,000 risk, $20 an ounce. And I think that was too much to risk in the market. But that's what I do think happened. And by day's end, let me come right here. Look where the 18-day average is and look where prices finished. Prices finished for 29.20.60. Okay, and the 18-day average 29.21.10. So now the question is, what happens as we get going? Let me get this the right way for you. As we get going tonight, I do not know what the president's going to say. I don't know if he's going to mention tariffs in any way other than he put them on and leave tomorrow where he could take them off, or he just leaves them on. I don't know what's going on. He insulted Canada, as you know that. He called it Governor Trudeau. You know, that was well thought out by him. Trudeau's last day in office is Sunday. There is zero love between the two gentlemen. And, you know, a number of Canadian premiers were on TV today that run different provinces. And they were very diplomatic about everything. You know, yes, if we have to protect ourselves, we will. Do you know where we get most of our imported eggs from? People don't realize it. Canada. When we look at the gold, and remember, avian flu is a problem. So we see where we fought. The market's still caught far away from the upper and lower band. It's sort of in mid-land. And the market, in terms of momentum, is just sitting still. So the bears are still got their fingers crossed at the right. The bulls want to see the downtrend end by taking out this number here over the 29.41, I think it's 60 level. And then they can say, okay, that swing down is over. We're not in an uptrend, but we're no longer in a downtrend. That's what I think they're waiting on. The gold-silver ratio still favors the gold market overall, but silver on its own is trying to come alive. The silver market held very nicely now. This washout into the 100-day average, the Bollinger Band, and the 200-day average. And that first challenge of a 200-day average, and I teach this in my charting course, an important number all the time. First time you hit it in a while. And it bounced away. I didn't say the market's in an uptrend yet. The market has to first stop the downtrend, which it's done. By coming up today and taking out this high, the market breaks this vertical price decline and it neutralizes the trend. Doesn't mean it's in an uptrend or a downtrend. It's neutral right now. Now, I want to see what copper is going to do as the Chinese make their statements. Their National Party Congress is now meeting, the conclave, as it's called, and we will see what they come out. What are they going to do with debt? Are they going to increase it? Are they going to turn themselves inward? They had 20% tariffs put on them by the U.S. They've been very, very quiet. They put on similar tariffs, as you know, on U.S. agriculture and 25 companies today. If you don't know that, that was their retaliation. Obviously, AI is being hit all over the place. And, you know, NVIDIA got beaten up pretty good off of that as well. But NVIDIA has really been barred from selling China anything but much lower grade chips anyways, if any chips at all. In the platinum market, lower highs, lower lows. Now, the big battle for this market is climbing back into the 100-day average, the 200 and the 18. To get there, you have to break the downtrend by taking out the highs of Friday. So we will see if actually, let me see, that's tonight, so that's Monday. They'd have to take out Monday's high. We'll see if it can do that. You're at a funny spot in these markets. Trying to catch some of these moves, very difficult to do, and trying to stay out of problem, easy to do if you stay out of the market right here. Let the dust settle just a little bit. And that's what I've been telling my clients. Higher high, lower low in the gold. I'm sorry, the dollar. My mind's still on gold. In the dollar, right down to the Bollinger Band where it's trying to grab hold of itself. But this was the move that we talked about that could carry you lower still, and it's exactly what's occurred. I told you yesterday there's a big battle between the bulls and the bears, traders thinking what the tariffs mean one way, what they mean the other way. For the moment, at least, the bears are in control. But I think the professional trader took his money off the table today as you're not embedded and you hit the lower Bollinger Band. I did a lot of writing on all this, and tonight my newsletter is going to have even more of it as I cover all these different subjects, what Nick said, the implications, where we're at on everything. So if you're interested, you go to Ira Epstein, free offers. You can get any of the newsletters that we have, more research reports. You can get Season X, the seasonality charts. They're all there for you to get a try from. IraEpstein.com, free offers. You can move your cursor to the top. There'll be an icon. If you're on a PC, it'll take you there. Or you can always call my office. They'll help you. In the meantime, I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great day. Let's see what the president says and the market reactions. I'll have my screen on and watching that all at the same time tonight. You take care.